This is a really simple rice dish that's cooked in one pot, lots of flavour, lots of spice, Middle Eastern, and fantastic. You will love this one. Now, it starts with some vermicelli noodles. Now, I really struggle opening these packets, so if you've got the scissors there...
Yes.
...and can rip the top off that one
Or
there,
I could rip it for you. Look
There
at
we
maybe
go.
I am more skilled in the kitchen this one time.
I reckon you may be. Now, what I want you to do with these, Preeya, is grab these vermicelli noodles, which is a type of pasta, and I want you to crush them up into the bowl here. So I've got lots of little pieces. So move the lamb over there. I'll hand you the packet, and if you can get started crushing them up nice and small. At the same time and simultaneously whilst you're doing that, I've got some ghee and I've got a pot over here. So I'm going to add the ghee to the pot, and it's a fair bit of ghee there, but that's what makes this so delicious.
It is a very nutty flavour ghee.
Exactly.
We use it a lot as Indians.
Exactly.
Love the stuff.
They use it all around the world. They milk the cows, make the butter, separate the butter, and then they get that wonderful, delicious ghee that makes everything taste nice and great to cook with. And the beauty of the ghee is it actually cooks at a much higher temperature than butter.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Now you can say something if you
Well,
want.
I was going to say that you want to limit your fats like that if you can, and ideally go for other fats like avocado or extra virgin olive oil. But yes, I use it occasionally.
Ghee's lovely. The way that you can get a nice nutty flavour from it, and it makes everything really, really nice.
Some of this does go in deep down in there somewhere.
Somewhere deep down. So we're going to use the whole packet of noodles or vermicelli because it's going to make an important part of the entire dish. Now, what I'll do with this is take this over here. Yeah, not bad. You've crushed them up. Now, we come over here to the pan, and what I do with the vermicelli, with a little spoon here and the ghee, I'm going to stir it around in here. Now, you can see we're starting to colour that up nicely. Now, over there I've got some bay leaves. If you can pass them over to me, we'll throw them straight in here on top of it. That'll start to give it a bit of flavour. And for the spicy part, I'm using saffron. I want this to be nice and flavoursome. The bay leaves and the saffron there together will make it nice and delicious.
Lovely.
And stir that around. Some people like to toast the saffron before they use it, but you can see it's popping away in the ghee.
It's toasting anyway, friends.
Exactly. A little safety thing, if you do have an issue where it starts popping, you know, and really causing some trouble, always have the lid handy. So you can pop it on the top and that stops any dangerous things happening. But you can see this is toasting up beautifully. So at this stage here, I'll add the garlic and the onion and all those leftover bits of noodle vermicelli that were left on the board
on
there.
the bench. I
there
see.
We go.
There's the barb. I was wondering where it was.
They'll all go in there. Now, over there I have some of that lamb. I'm going to get you to pass it across to me as well. I'm using minced lamb. Now, you don't have to use lamb if you want. You can use chicken or something else. But for me, lamb, the Middle East, work so well together.
Perfect, yes.
I'm using lamb mince, but you could use maybe diced lamb if you wanted to.
Okay, a bit chunkier.
Exactly. Now, you can see over here that the vermicelli is really toasted up beautifully, which is what I'm looking for. Now, we slide those nuts over here, slide the butter over here, and you can see that rice has got a jug next to it. Very important when you are cooking rice that you measure things, because when you measure it, it's more likely going to come out the way you want it. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'll grab the pistachio nuts, and if you can measure out for me 2 cups of rice, and then unwrap that butter and cut me a nice little slice of it. But not a Preeya slice, a Richo slice.
A generous one, I understand.
In goes pistachio nuts and in goes some pine nuts. And I like to stir these around now to make sure that they're mixed in. In goes the rice, 2 cups of rice goes in there. And you can see as I'm cooking this, oh, that's perfect. I add a little bit of salt as I go along. And as you like to say, only ever add a little bit of butter. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of butter. Butter makes rice taste so wonderful. And I've got some stock here. You could use water if you want to, but stock is going to give it a lovely, lovely flavour. So I've got it at the boil already, and I'll add my stock till it's just about a finger digit over the top of the rice.
But you wouldn't put it in there to check because it's boiling.
Well...
This time you wouldn't.
Well, I just measure it with the back of the spoon like that, and then I measure it against my finger there.
Oh, wow.
Bang on, there we go.
Oh, you're a scientist.
Yeah, I'm a lot of things to a lot of people. A scientist, no, but thanks for the compliment. Put on the lid so it just steams and absorbs. This is the absorption process. That rice and the vermicelli will soak up all of those juices and all of that lovely butter and ghee. I'll turn this down to the lowest setting, and that's one of the reasons I like induction, because I can lower the heat really, really gently. It'll take about 25 to 30 minutes. I can't wait for you to try this one. OK, Preeya, we are ready to go. Have a look at that.
Wow. smells fantastic.
You can see all of the goodness in there, all the vermicelli in there, the rice, all the bits and pieces. Now, I'm going to flip it out and look, this is something you might want to try at home or might not, but the trick is to make sure you get a plate that is slightly bigger at least than the rim of the pot. And that way...
Key.
Exactly. And then it's a matter of just grabbing it with a tea towel like this, thumbs firmly planted on the plate, and then it's a tap, tap. There we go.
Wow.
And then, if you've done it the right way, off comes the lid like that.
Wow.
And then you've got that beautiful rice dish with that lovely crust on the outside. All we need to do is just sprinkle a little bit of greenery over the top there, make it look nice and sweet. Just want to pull that plate over, and then I'm going to show you
Oh, it's a hard base.
that crust on it. That's what you're looking for.
That's the smile of victory, isn't it? You know you've nailed this one.
I'm just going to cut a little wedge out of it like this. It's going to fall apart underneath, so I've got the spoon in here, but I just wanted to make sure I cut some of that crusty bit there. Lovely rice dish, lots of vermicelli, lots of good stuff in there.
So lots of crunch, lots of texture, lots of flavour. Here's a fork. Oh, he's gone. Does it need a fork? I really want this crunchy bit too, please. Oh, look, the noodle.
That's the best part. And by using the induction, we get that slow heat all the way across, so we get that golden brown. We could have left it for a little bit longer, but I reckon that's about perfect. A little taste of that. How's the rice cooked perfectly?
Perfectly. So much flavour in there. I really love this.
To make it even healthier, we've even made it with lentils. You'd like that one?
You could, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
But this is a fantastic dish, and my goodness, you put this out and I think the people are whooping.
You have the rice, I'll have the crusty bit.
Okay.